Hello, hello. So this is the inside of the house, and we're going to move outside to the Tiki Hut, where all the magic is going to happen. So we navigated that all right. The dog's outside. Now keep in mind, this is Colorado, so this is like the Tiki Hut of Colorado. I don't know how many other Tiki Huts there are in Colorado. So this is the roundabout. You ready for the 360? And we do have Tiki Hut stuff, you know, where we can bring on the Tiki Hut, and we've got Lucy the parrot. Where's Lucy? There she is. Anyway, this is going to be so fun. Thanks, you guys, for joining us. Yay! So, Melissa, tell us where you're at.
Right now, I'm in Monrovia, California.
Monrovia, California.
I live in Long Beach, but I'm at a hospital right now. So
good. Long Beach. So that's a beautiful area. Yeah. I went to an AHA convention, I think, one year in Long Beach.
Yeah, they had one. I went to the one in 2006. They had one.
Yeah, it had to have been the same one.
Yeah. Yep, I was there too.
My first conference ever, actually.
Cool. And so, Mary, where are you coming to us from?
Right now, I'm in outside of Atlantic, Iowa, babysitting my 20-month-old grandson, who's helping me record stuff today.
Yes. So it doesn't get much more heartland than that. That's got to be like.
No, we're pretty much in the middle of the Midwest.
Yeah. Awesome. So the other thing I want to let people know too is that we are having the Hawaiian theme here. We got the Tiki Hut, we got the Hawaiian theme. I didn't make a Mai Tai. It's a little too early for me this weekend. I do have water. But that's the whole beauty of doing this virtually. We get to create whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the beauty of it. All right, since I've got you two as our captive audience, and there might be other people joining us, which would be fantastic. If not, no worries. I have the rollouts. I know this is backwards, but we have an awesome line of speakers, facilitators, consultants. They come from all backgrounds with varied experiences within the veterinary community. Now, I've been a veterinary technician for over 30 years. Melissa, how long have you been in the veterinary community?
17 years.
17, yeah. Mary, how about you?
29 years.
29. I'm going to have to put down and tally up how many years of experience we have. I have over 30. So even with us, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, between the three of us, that was too much for me to add.
67.
Thank you. Just between the three of us, that's a lot of experience.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to flip to Melissa's page. So Melissa is going to be speaking to us on Sunday. You start the morning on Sunday.
Yes.
And I'm pulling up all of your titles. So the one that I really am intrigued with, they're both good, but the one was like, you bring on your own drama.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us like a real quick snippet? What's that all about?
So it's kind of making up your own drama and making up in your head why you think something's happening, what your interpretation is. Two people are talking in a corner and they're whispering, your automatic assumption of they're talking bad about you.
Oh, it's
really,
all about me.
They're not
important.
Yeah, like they're not. They're actually like talking about their weekend and they don't want everybody to know they got drunk, you know?
Yeah.
So all these assumptions, and even small ones, like you left your cell phone somewhere and you're thinking, oh my God, it's been stolen. And you just make up the story in your head and it causes so much unnecessary stress and unnecessary drama. And then you're getting mad at sometimes other people. They don't text you back, so you assume why they didn't, and we make up these stories, and these stories are only true a fraction of the time. So that's kind of the premise of it, and kind of talking about with teams and how that can cause major team drama when one team assumes that this team is mad or whatever. So yeah, it's a fun talk, actually. I've done it with a lot of receptionists, and they really like it because they're like, oh yeah, good point.
Well, and that's another good point too, Melissa, is that we're inviting everybody on the healthcare team. This program is for everybody. The receptionists, kennel assistants, technicians, the doctors, the practice managers, we're bringing everybody to talk about health and well-being in our careers, in our life. It's rather very exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the Tiki theme.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to be working on that one. Well, and I'm gonna put it up here to Mary, because Mary is our game diva.
Yeah.
She's going to be presenting too, but she's also going to be helping us with bingo and Jeopardy. And tell us some of your game diva ideas, Mary.
Well, I was working on the bingo last night, just putting together some words that we're probably going to hear in presentations throughout the weekend. And so there'll be, you know, traditional bingo card, 5 across, whichever way you want to go. And I'm going to be able to, I think, I found a website that you can go on to. I'll send you a link, and you'll be able to go and generate randomized cards using the words that we've come up with.
Yeah.
So that won't be available probably till about 30 days out because of the way the website works, or probably even a week or 2 out. I've also started the Jeopardy game. I don't have it open in front of me right now, but we have some interesting categories, and that's basically all I've come up with is the categories. And one of those is going to be Move It. We're going to be doing one on mixology, vintage medicine, veterinary medicine. What's the other one? Oh, stressed, as in dessert spelled backwards. And there's a couple other ones, and I honestly can't remember what they are right now.
Yeah, but that's all right.
It'll be a lot of fun. So
it will be a lot of fun. And the other aspect of this too is that during our program, when people are in it, we get to have these kind of conversations. So even if we have 100 people in a room with a facilitator, we can still have these kind of conversations. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, it'll be interesting. It'll be fun.
It will be fun, but I get really excited over the littlest of things, if you can't tell. All right, well, let's pop through some of these, the names that are on our list, the drum roll. So we obviously have Ms. Mary here and Ms. Melissa. We also have Kelly Cronin, Jamie Davis. Both of them have had vast experience in practice management as well. And Kelly's actually a VTS in emergency critical care, and she does consulting. Brandon Hess and Carol Hurst are both CVPMs, as is Melissa, and they're going to be talking about resiliency and setting that and creating that work-life blend piece. And Carol's even going to be diving deeper into the idea of active relaxation. Pretty cool. We've got a recent acquaintance of mine. He and I are in a coaching group together. His name is David Horner. He's in New Zealand, and he's going to be talking about feel the fear and push on. And it's been really interesting to meet him in a coaching place and in that kind of a world and setting. And he's going to be joining us all the way from New Zealand. Pretty cool. H, that's how she goes by H, the letter H. Heather Howells is a veterinarian. We've got a number of veterinarians in our lineup. And H will be talking about this idea of job crafting and how it's not always the best to create generalists out of all of our teams, and why it is important to actually find that thing that you're really good at, or that you want to be really good at and excel at. And how do you create jobs crafted to who you want to be in that passion? And then MKA, I can't pronounce her last name, so forgive me.
Michelle Kraseckiani.
I would have mutilated them. We just call her MKA. Her and Mary are actually tag teaming a class on managing conflict, and they've called it originally purple versus gray, and I switched it because that seemed pretty like controversial or just too much in the
It might go to a basketball theme and people are like, the Lakers versus, I
Actually,
don't know who's great.
we were looking at a way to do vintage versus new, but we couldn't come up with a term we liked for new. We had vintage, but we were struggling. So since Michelle has purple hair, and I would be gray if I didn't have a really good hairstylist, we were going to do the age differences between us.
That makes sense.
I love it. I think I might go purple too, just for the heck of it. No,
There
I
you
won't.
go.
No, maybe I'll pick another color. And so that they're going to be talking about how even in this idea of well-being, how do different people approach well-being and what kind of conflict can even that cause? So we can make that twist in well-being. And MKA is also talking about the fear-free and how can that create a less stress in a work environment by capturing some of those ideas for, I can't remember what FAS stands for altogether, but anxiety and stress and fear, that's what that stands for. And how, if we embrace some of those concepts, how can we have a healthier work environment? Pretty cool. We can switch everything, man. I've been in this field for a long time. I can switch everything somehow, some way into well-being and how can we make healthier work environments. Dr. Carrie McCrudden, she is a psychologist. She's going to be joining us for an hour, and she's talking about psychological flexing, how being flexible in that can help us be more resilient. We've got Kate Nelligan, who has a long list of experience in coaching, and she's going to offer us some really cool things with horses. We're actually going to have a class with horses in the background, and they do her thing, and
Awesome.
it is so cool, Melissa. I'll give us some clips and some of these things. But she talks about, well, let's look at leadership through the eyes and through the interpretation of what she sees with the horses. It is so cool. Dr. Kimberly Pope Robinson is going to be joining us, and she's talking about finding comfort in chaos. Woo, sign me up for that, right?
Quite necessary.
Yeah, we're all experiencing. That's what this is so timely. I mean, we as a community could use this all the time, but right now it's even more so. We're growing those teams. We're bringing people together. We're transitioning through all of these mandates. There's a lot of friggin' chaos going on. Put it bluntly. Oh, whew, I'm not even going to go through some of the other things going on right now.
Yeah.
All right. And then we've got Josh and Anne. So Anne is going to be talking to us about rabies and some other things as well. But even, when we really consider how often our teams are exposed to and how can we protect ourselves against rabies? So she's going to talk to us more about that. And then Josh is helping to round out this whole wonderful lineup. And I got a couple other people on here too. Josh is talking about breaking happy, and he'll have parts 1 and 2 in that. And he talks about the whole culture of happy and how, guys, we're not meant to be happy all the time. That's just not how it is. So let's look at this really in depth. And then Dr. Lauren Smith will be helping us and seeing this idea of connecting within the veterinary community. And I might be missing, Salima is talking about movement in medicine. Salima is a veterinary technician in Santa Fe, and she's actually a trainer too, a physical trainer. So while all of this is going on, she's been training people and doing consultations with her mask on, with aerobics and what she does in that, biometrics maybe. Anyway, we have a stellar lineup.
You forgot your daughter.
Oh, my daughter. Thank you, Mary.
Oh, no.
Well, Tiana's does all of our visuals. So if you see how beautiful all of this is coming together, my daughter works on that. And she's also a licensed massage therapist. That's what she is trained in. And she's going to be talking about the benefits of massage therapy and why that's important. I just love massages because I love them. We've got another person, Harriet's going to be talking about even some ideas in Reiki and energy work. And then we've got maybe Andrea might be joining us and putting together mandalas, because we also have electives. So we're going to have classes that are going to be towards continuing education. keep our fingers crossed. I put that all out there the other day. But we also have things too. I'm hoping maybe Ann will talk to us about, she's got backyard chickens and how do you create backyard chicken coops? So we can be very fluid in some of this fun stuff that we want to bring.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Melissa, I've been creating and putting this together for a long time in my head.
I'm loving it. I'll be honest. I was so excited to be part of this because I'm like, this is just so fantastic. So much fun stuff that's educational, informative, and you learn something. So, yeah.
In your own Tiki Hut.
I know. I have to figure out how to make one.
Well, I went to the dollar store the other day and bought like 101 $1 items.
Oh, wow.
Well,
You can just go ahead and just be having a Mai Tai while you're presenting, and that'll be fine.
I know. I'm not sure that would work well for me. Maybe a few
Just kidding.
sips of the Mai Tai,
Yeah.
but
and she starts like at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah, probably not. Yeah,
yeah, we're not in Vegas, so you know.
there you go.
No, I've been there, done that. Yeah, thank goodness we're not there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mary, Melissa, thank you so much for joining me. I cannot wait to continue to roll this out and reach as many veterinary teams as we can. We have a number of seats to fill, but it's a new adventure every single day. I'm confident that I will get things thrown at me, or even you, the two of you, in and amongst all this. But you know what? We're just going to make it work. We're going to make it fly.
That's right.
Yeah.
We are technicians. We make things work, right?
Make it happen.
That's right. Awesome. Well, continue to roll this out. If anyone is on this, watching this, has questions, I'll be putting on links below wherever this video lands, and reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. We want you to participate, and we have a great, awesome program scheduled for you.
Yay.
All right.
Yay!
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye, everybody. Take
Have a
care.
great day.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.